This is the galaxy map. It shows you are near You have new quests. Across many containers, some of which will be lost. Some responses may influence. Furthermore, certain skills. 3CFD is malfunctioning. You can fix him. If you repair 3CFD, he can... Success. You have fixed. 3CFD is now a member of your party. To change which party member you... From this box when you opened it. These droids will make for excellent target practice. You can equip a weapon. Change your target by... The med pack can stabilize your condition. Success. You are stabilized. To recover fully, you will require... This is the utility lift. You can use this lift. This is the starboard side of the Ebon Hawk. This open hatch has some parts that will be used. This busted engine port has some needed parts for the Ebon Hawk's hyperdrive. Don't forget to explore the other side of the Ebon Hawk. This is a work. Because of the damage to the Ebon Hawk, this workbench has limited function. Use the workbench to break down the items you've found Use repair kits to heal droids like yourself. These sparking wires connect to the trigger mechanism for the inner and outer garage. You can't open. Do you want to? This is the engine room. The port engine is shut down, but appears intact. Fixing the hyperdrive will allow you to restore power to the starboard engine is badly damaged. Fixing it won't be possible until after docking with the prerogative. The hyperdrive is suffering badly. You won't be able to make. However, you should be able to rig the hyperdrive to restore primary power. Success. The hyperdrive is online. Primary power is restored. Only one step remains. Return to the... You can now plot a course to the Paragus mining station. To dock with Paragus. The sensors show the door to the storage compartment is being sliced. There is someone, or something, else alive on the Ebon Hawk. Awaken.
Still examining the survivors of the damaged freighter. Looks like it goes by the name of the Ebon Hawk. Only one survivor, placed in the KOTOR tank for recovery. The carbon scoring on the vessel suggests it was in a battle, but no indication of who fired on it. Couldn't get much from the Nava computer. I'm surprised the ship was able to make it inside the Paragus. Aside from the lone survivor, we recovered an old woman. No life signs. There was also a protocol droid and a utility droid on board. Sent both down to maintenance while security sorts through the other items. It looks like the utility droid, a T3 unit, was able to get the ship working enough to get to the colony. We're prepared to... Could be a Jedi, but we won't know for sure until we get the transmission back from the Republic. If the survivor is a Jedi, that would account. But I'm more concerned that a Jedi here may cause trouble. Some of the miners, especially KOTOR, are already Another accident today. A detonation in the ventilation tunnels. If the lockdown measures hadn't activated, the whole facility would have been... Got most of the injured to the KOTOR tanks in time, but the rest had to go to the morgue. One of the wounded said a droid caused the accident, but we couldn't get any specifics. Miners about the Jedi. A number of the droids have been acting oddly, and not even memory wipes seem to be fixing the problem. There was a detonation in another one of the fuel vents the droids were working in. We deactivated several of them, and moved them down to maintenance. But we're still treating the plasma burn. That cuts us down to almost half shifts, and with the droids malfunctioning, we may not make the Tilo shipment for this month. Fortunately, the detonation didn't cause a lot.
Warning. There has been a fuel detonation in the mining tunnels. Emergency lockdown commencing. All personnel report to
No! If the ventilation systems are malfunctioning, evacuate the medical bay. Everyone evacuate. Still examining the survivors of the damaged freighter. Looks like it goes by the name of the Ebon Hawk. Only one survivor. Placed. Couldn't get. Aside. It looks like.
Find what you're looking for amongst the dead? Yes, I had hoped as much. I slept here too long and could not... It may be I reached out unconsciously, and your mind must have been a willing one. Or perhaps you have been trained. Close to death. Yes, closer than I'd like. You have the smell of the KOTOR tank about you. I am Kreia, and I am your rescuer, as you are mine. Tell me, do you recall? Your ship was attacked. You were the only survivor, a result of your Jedi training. Your stance, your walk tells me you are a Jedi. Your walk is heavy. You carry something. I do not know. I was removed from the events of the world as I slept. A survey of the ship we arrived in must still be in this place. We should recover. We were attacked once, and I fear our attackers will not give up the hunt so easily. Without transport, weapons, and information, they... You may wish to extend your search to some clothes, if only for proper first impression. I do not know. Why did they spare you? Indeed, a Jedi trance could protect one from such poisons. It would prove lethal to those untrained in such techniques, however. Huh? I leave you to the explorations of this place. Here I will remain and attempt to...
Is this thing on? All right, all hands, especially you, Corder. Listen up, because I'm not gonna say this again. The next one of you Juma heads to try and smuggle a blaster, or so help me, any sort of military... Why? Because in case you forgot, Paragian fuel explodes at high temperatures. That's what blasted that chunk out of Paragus 2 and created this. So if I catch any of you with anything other than sonic charges or mining lasers, I'll burn you and your contract. Security out. And according to one of the miners, it was because one of the sonic charges went off prematurely. And like before, it was one set by a mining droid. The three idiots were grouped so close to the charge, it might as well have been a grenade going off. The blast wrecked the internal components of the droid that set the charge, though, so we can't even dissect it to see what happened. If we don't find what's causing this, or who, this facility's gonna be space dust. So, you're in maintenance. Then maybe you can tell me what's going on with these droids.
Sir, I don't know. It's like their behavior cores are undergoing binary decay.
Well, that's reassuring. It isn't happening. So the next time we nearly have a breach in the ventilation tunnels, I could just close my eyes and pretend it's my imagination. You better give me some answers. I want to know the damage these droids can do if they start mining us.
Sir, these droids aren't combat models. Their mining lasers are weaker and less accurate.
Are you blind? What about the miners in Medbay? It's sabotage, and it started right after the commander said... So I want you to find out how these droids are being sabotaged. That'll tell me who's trying to... In the meantime, make sure the security's armed with all the ion and sonic charges you can find.
Yes, sir. Maintenance control out.
Idiot. I installed an override switch to shut down any droids on this level, just in... As added insurance, I tied the override switch into the circuit to the holding... I doubt Korda or any of his men have the skill to pull off... Whoever's responsible won't be able to have the droids rescue him after I lock him up. Nothing will cut through that. I secured the stealth field generator inside one of the footlockers in the security storage room. If I have the specs right, the interface field should... All I need to do is equip the belt, and some skill with stealth in order to use it. As long as I don't get... If any more droids start malfunctioning, the belt should buy me enough time to get to the open. I'd rather shut them down than destroy them. I want to find out how these droids are being sabotaged. Maybe even turn...
Be careful. There is much energy in the room beyond, yet it stems from nothing that lives. Can you not sense them? Reach out. Cast aside your sight. Cast aside what you see. Ah, you can feel them. The droids you cannot perceive, but the small oscillations of energy, that you can... Ah, you hear it. It is faint, but it is there. It is the Force you feel. It has not been so long as for you to forget. Do not turn away from it. Listen. Feel. Come. I shall guide you down the familiar paths. You will need... Beyond this door, someone yet lives. Be mindful. His thoughts are difficult. But you have nothing to fear from this one, and he might yet prove useful.
Nice outfit. What, you miners change regulation uniform while I've been in here? Atten Rand. Excuse me if I don't shake hands. The field only causes mild electrical burns. Security claimed I violated some trumped-up regulation or another. Take it up with them if you want. But they stopped listening to me short... Oh, you mean you didn't come here on purpose? I'm shocked. I really am. This slice of paradise is the Paragus mining facility, the only supplier of shipping-grade engine fuel to this corner of the galaxy. Paragus fuel plays havoc with engines, but it gets the job done. As long as you don't mind the time. Yeah, this asteroid belt is one giant minefield. One proton torpedo, even a stray blaster shot, can start an explosion that'll make the one that shattered Paragus 2 look like a kid's pop-det. You know the planet with the exposed core you saw flying in? That hole was caused by the first mining station that tried to siphon fuel off the planet. Blew a whole chunk out of the planet and set it drifting out here in a big clump of fuel. That's why they don't allow blasters here. Can't trust a miner jumped up on Juma Juice not to fire one stray shot that'll turn the entire colony into a thermal... You mean before or after that Jedi showed up? Either way, it's a real short story. You see, this Jedi shows up, and you know what that means. Where there's one Jedi, the Republic will soon be crawling up your eye. But the story gets better. See, some of the miners get it into their ferrocrete skulls that since the Jedi's unconscious, they... Well, what passes for the law here didn't like that idea. So the two groups start...
Then there was some big explosion, and then I was sitting here for a long time, waiting for some half-naked miner to show up and ask a bunch of questions.
Don't know much about it. Maybe the Exchange wants one as a trophy, or somebody's got... Not many Jedi left. Wouldn't surprise me if the bounty's pretty high. The Exchange is a big crime outfit, mostly operate out of Nar Shaddaa. Spice running, gun trafficking, slave trading. Now I guess they're posting bounties on Jedi. Like I said, I don't know too much about it. Could be something personal, or just business. Either way... The ones that weren't killed in the Jedi Civil War ended up switching off the lightsabers long ago. Word is there's not even a... Yeah, Revan, Malak, and the Jedi that went to join them in the Mandalorian Wars. They turned against the other Jedi and had a scrap...
Well, I wasn't there, but like all Sith, Revan and Malak turned on each other. After the...
I guess. There's rumors all over space about it. All I heard was Revan returned to pay Malak back for trying to kill her in the first place. You know... Maybe you're right. Maybe I just hoped Revan was a woman. Look, no offense or anything, but your weird half-naked interrogation isn't my... Hey, wait a minute. You're that Jedi the miners were talking about. Well, the miners can't all be gone, but if they are... Look, Hey, let me out and I can help you. I can. This facility isn't a military installation, which means we may have a chance. You shut down the cell security field. No, should I? Maybe you should ask one of those miners who was thinking about selling you to the exchange. You better watch yourself. I don't like being accused of something I didn't do. When I kill someone, trust me, you'll know. So you done interrogating me, or are we gonna work together and try to get out of this? Great. Now to business. Let's get to... Alright, here we are. Now this console is set on automatic hail. You may have heard it when you came in. The asteroid drift charts are constantly being updated. The hail warns them to keep their distance until orbital drift charts are transmitted, and then provide... Thing is, you can bounce that same transmission back to the comm here, and suddenly you've got access to the community. Pure Pazak. The console's ours. Now, all we need to do is reactivate the turbo lifts, cancel the... This system's been severed from the main hub, after it was locked down from remote. You can't even reroute the system, it's been cut clean. No. Someone tried to lock down this whole level tight, and leave us here. I doubt it. All we have is communications back. For all the good trying to shout in a vacuum will... We could try. But if the miners were trying to trap you up here and probably kill you, why not call them and chat? Be my guest. Not much else we can do. The comm's all...
A lot of cargo from the Jedi's freighter is being stored in the secure cargo hold until we can pass it through the and as requested, all the programming spikes the security officers wanted. The secure cargo hold should be safe enough. If anybody wants to break into it, they'd have to blow. Who ordered the mining droids to repair that Jedi's freighter? I come in here off the work shift and 3 of them are repairing the port stable. Did I miss something? Is somebody planning a trip? Because orders were that the hangar was to be locked down. I don't know what maintenance is up to, but you can't just commission droids for repair. It's not like that ship can go anywhere anyway. Even if it had, considering this latest droid commission breach, I'm putting the if anyone sends commands to the mining droids outside this terminal, I'll be Looks like those droids got the vessel working again, even with all the damage. Regardless, still no luck accessing the navicomputer. It's been voice locked. If so, that ship isn't going anywhere, unless we rip out the only reason someone would lock their navicomputer is to hide their astrogation chip. Only smugglers do that, or someone with something to hide. That Jedi's got a lot of questions to answer.
So is that stupid droid of yours gonna come through or not? Well, I'm beginning to think I was a little better off in... Hey, what do you know? A little cargo cylinder. If you got the turbo lifts working, then we should have a clear run to the hangar. Wait. Don't tell me you're taking that hatch down into the mining tunnels. That explosion I heard came from below. There's probably nothing down there except superheated rock and collapsed blast.
You're either really brave or really crazy.
Alright, I'll try to monitor things from up here. And be careful. The only thing moving down there is like... not that I care what happens to you or anything. I just don't want to be trying to get off this rock. I'll keep the comm link open. I may be able to guide you through the tunnels from up...